25. And on Mondays, we have an extra helping of blessing because we get a chance to hear from our CEO. This is a woman that has more than 30 years of experience in the industry. She was able to create the life that she desired by getting into the network marketing industry, being able to give more time to her family, as well as being able to create an income that has sustained her being retired now since the age of 33. Amazing. She has influence in over 40 countries around the world, mentoring tens of thousands of people over her career. This is a person that was a stranger, then became a mentor, business partner, a friend, and now a sister to me. She is an author, a co-author, a mom, a glam mom, and the hardest working CEO I know. Without any further ado, Melissa Boston Atoyebi. Melissa, are you out there?
Hey, Kathy. Good morning. Good morning. I am here. Let me take it off speakerphone so you can hear me loud and clear. But yes, I am. And thank you so much for all that you do. Always, as I'm sitting here, super excited, just smiling ear to ear as I hear everyone dial in from across the country. But then your gracious introduction. I mean, you are so humble, so modest. Not only are you our VP of Finance, one of our top Emerald directors, leading the charge, helping to inspire everyone, and also helping to ensure we have the best customer service. So thank you so much, Kathy. You mean so much to me, and it's amazing just how time flies, right? And so I want to say good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you all so much for waking up with Akana. Of course, this is our Monday momentum call. Super excited to share our mission and the meaning of what we do. We believe health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright. But offer the most life-changing products in an innovative business. We empower people to elevate to their full potential. Today, we wake up and rise with purpose because guess what? It's a brand new week. It's a brand new opportunity to live out our mission every single day. And we know that the Akana means in the hands of God. And that's exactly where we are as we move forward together. Super excited to recap the weekend. First, I want to just say that energy is real. What an epic certification. I know many of you were on certification last night. If you missed it, you better make sure you get that recording. So many updates with our products. Also, too, for those who've really been curious about vending, two of our top diamonds, Diamond Terry and Diamond Bernadine, broke it down and really shared how to vend. And what a great interview by Kathy interviewing Bernadine on how to vend. And the nuggets that Terry dropped were just so epic, guys. And so if you have been struggling, wondering, well, how do I take my vending to the next level? How do I even get in the game? I mean, you're going to want to watch and replay this video over and over. Then, of course, Diamond Mooney knocked it out the park, sharing our amazing compensation. I'm telling you what, you don't want to miss the certification. So make sure you're plugged in for next month because this team brings it, and also we always have our phenomenal medical advisor, and that is Dr. Betty herself, who leads the charge with our entire medical advisory team. And so I'm telling you folks, this is just the greatest opportunity for you to spend a few hours learning everything you need to learn about your business. But speaking about this weekend and how epic it was, we hosted at the new facility, our Battle of the Blood Type Super Saturday. And again, brand new venue, 405 East 35th Street. And let me just say this, the team showed up and showed out. They gave us a preview of really what to expect in November. I'm telling you what, our Diamond Mooney had some other engagements, so he came later. So I just kind of threw Tracy out there to kind of get us started. And what a great job you did, Tracy Bolton, for helping to get us started, getting the crowd engaged. And we just continued the lineup all day long with some phenomenal speakers, just a lot of great testimonials, a lot of phenomenal energy by our distributors. And let me just say this, folks, It's great to get people back out again. We know that we're living right now in a time where so many people are isolated, and that's not good. It's not good for mental health. It's not good for things like memory. So when you think about Alzheimer's, depression, one of the biggest things that comes with those type of mental conditions is isolation and loneliness. People aren't getting together enough. When you think about dementia and how it's on the rise, and COVID has really triggered so much of this. And so this is the time for us to engage again, to get back together, because it truly not only helps to build your business, but it builds community. When we talk about blue zoning is about what? Community, getting together, fellowshipping, having fun with so many phenomenal people. And to see 20 plus of our awesome and amazing distributors show up and show out, another 20 plus customers. In fact, we had more customers than distributors. And these weren't actually just customers. Some of them were guests for the very first time. And the sales were absolutely explosive. In fact, we had our highest grossing Saturday in months outside of our major vending shows. And so that was just a telltale sign that if you want your business to grow up, guess what? You must show up, okay? And see, we call this momentum, because this is happening even before our epic event coming up on November 1st, okay? In fact, we have another stop that we're taking before we even get there, and that is the Women's Expo. Super excited that we are going to take those steps and really represent an expo that's epic with over 10,000 people. Lots of major celebrities will be in the house, and guess what? Akana will be there front and center, and we even have an opportunity to take main stage and get interviewed about the ups and downs of businesses to inspire the crowd. I'm telling you what, this team is on the move. You better put your running shoes on, because guess what? We are off to the races. And so we're going to represent our brand with excellence, okay? I'm telling you what, we already have one of the most engaging booths out there. We have engaging energy, and the product knowledge that this team has is second to none. So super excited about that phenomenal weekend where we're going to be at the Women's Expo. Now let's just talk about rolling into Black Friday season. And I want each and every one of you to have the game plan, okay? Now there's a few things we wanted to do to really test out a few things that we know have been an issue, okay? And one of the biggest issues is because we're using exclusively Akana.com. So what does that mean? That means when your distributors or your customers who may not have been plugged in attempt to go to their website, typically their cookies are defaulting to where? Wakana. And they're then telling you, oh, there's no products found, or I can't make the payment. And when you hear that from anyone, just know, even if they say, no, I'm on Akana, because when they see the website in front of them, they see Akana. But there's a URL at the top, and that URL is going to show you really where you're parked at. And are you parked at your username.wakana or your username.akana? And it needs to be parked at your username.akana. So a simple solution is for them to do what? Just take that W off of the Wakana, and now it'll move to the site in which you actually could make those purchases. And so we want to ensure that we have a smooth Black Friday. And so we actually have some awesome Akana pre-Black Friday sales to start getting everyone engaged. You're going to start seeing some email blasts as we do something we're calling our Akana Plus, okay? And so this is just a way for us to, again, get some engagement from people that might have been not plugged in, to ensure everyone, by the time we get to Black Friday, knows exactly where they need to go. So guess what? You're going to have the opportunity to do this week for 3 days. We're talking about October the 8th, October the 9th, and October the 10th. We're having what we're calling our Akana Plus pre-Black Friday sale, where you can actually stock up and save up to 25% off on your favorite products, okay? And so you're going to want to get the word out to all your customers. You want to get them excited about Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if you don't know what dates those are, it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. When you go on your website to shop, the discount will happen automatically at the end under the tier discount, okay? Now, all roads are really leading to Chicago for our next Battle of the Blood Type. I know we have so many of you traveling in from other states, and we welcome and appreciate that so much because this is going to be our very first Ruby Roundtable weekend. So if you are a Ruby or above, you definitely want to start making your way to Chicago. If you are a distributor, maybe you're a Pearl, hey, we invite everyone. The only difference with our Rubies, we have a very special meeting that's going to take place on Sunday, but there's going to actually be some other activities on Sunday, November the 2nd as well. So stay tuned. But again, make sure you mark your calendar. November the 1st is going to actually be our Battle of the Blood Type. And so when I walked into the room on Saturday, and at first we had a nice sized crowd, and that was as early as 10 in the morning. So by the time I got there, and I think I got there at 9:15, I mean, there was already a crowd starting to happen, okay? By 10 o'clock, nice sized crowd. But let me tell you something. By probably about 12:30 or 1, when I look back in the facility, I'm like, oh my goodness, we've doubled, tripled, okay? And so what that tells us is November 1st, it's going to be standing room only. We're going to have hundreds of people come through. Now, the facility can hold up to 150 people at one time, but we got another door that can pass through, and that can blood type testing. It can do so much other activity. It's an extra 750 square foot. So collectively, it's over 2,000 square feet, not to mention we still have access to upstairs as needed, okay, because we've blocked off that whole weekend, which means there will be no activities upstairs through a certain time, and then that changes later that evening. But the exciting thing is we don't have to hold back. We should be inviting every single person we come in contact with. And what that's going to do, it's going to set the tone for your entire November. If you want to have a record-breaking November, if you are ready to go ruby, emerald, or diamond, it's going to really start with intention. And that intention is coming into the very first of the month with massive, massive sales, okay? In fact, if we were able to do thousands of dollars with just 40 plus people in the room, can you imagine, okay, what's going to happen when we literally have hundreds and hundreds of people coming through our doors on November the 1st. So if you're not excited, let me tell you something, folks. I don't know what else I can tell you to get you excited. So at this point, all you need to do is what they say when the team is on fire, when they're excited, when they're having momentum, and if you feel your business might be sluggish, you just got to hang around the right type of people. Because let me tell you something, just like Team Contagious says all the time, hey, we're Team Contagious. Why? Because all of this is contagious. Excitement is contagious. Wellness is contagious, right? So you want to make sure that you get around those who are moving and shaking, so that your business doesn't get left behind. Speaking of getting left behind, there's a training spotlight that I want to bring up. You know, I know so many of you have been very excited since you've been engaging in ChatGPT and some of the other AI tools. I remember when we first had our first Canva training, then we had our first AI training. Well, guess what, folks? The training on AI is changing by the day. I mean, there are updates that are happening minute by minute that's really taking things to another level, because here's the reality. We're living in a digital era, right? And if you're not catching up to those things, that's going to be another reason why your business gets left behind. We know that these tools have leveled the playing field. They've made creativity, branding, and marketing faster, sharper, and more affordable. So as a small company, as a company where you might just be operating your own company in a company and you don't have a marketing budget, a branding budget, well, again, it's leveled the playing field. You can actually come across as a big brand even with limited resources, because the resources on the digital forefront is just next level. So no more waiting on designers or long turnaround times, right? With the right training, you can be empowered to make all your own digital marketing campaigns and have your own digital marketing department. I remember every time we teach Canva, it's so amazing how it's so empowering, because I see many of you doing your own thing now, okay? And guess what? Every person can be a designer, and it just takes knowing a little bit more than what you might know, okay, if you're still struggling in this department, okay? And so we have this very special training because here's what we know. Our goal is to help you develop digital and data literacy, okay? Because we know that in this business world, success really belongs to those who adapt quickly. If you don't adapt to these changes, if it's hard for you to move and pivot, you're just going to keep falling further behind, okay? And so we've got to learn how to use and embrace this. And what I love about it is you're making it so user-friendly. So if you feel like, oh, I'm not technical, maybe you're intimidated by computers. Well, guess what? This class that we're going to do is just for you, okay? Because we're going to give you the data insights so that you can work smarter, not harder. So our upcoming AI and Canva training will empower you to design, plan, and market like a pro, okay? No matter what your experience level is. In fact, we actually are in the process of choosing and narrowing down a specific date. And so I'll make sure Kathy gets that to you probably on Wednesday so that she can start promoting it. So you want to tune in to our Diamond Factory all week long. You never know what you're going to find, what you're going to hear. So stay tuned, okay? And a part of it is really designed to show you how you can create high-catching flyers, social media posts in minutes, sometimes in seconds, okay? How you can really build automated follow-up systems too, because there's certain prompts you can use in AI to build in your own level of automation. And you can actually turn this data and all this literacy into a better business strategy to really start to create that team you've always desired. And what happens when you can create those types of strategies, it creates so much more duplication because people in this day and age understand the power of technology and they're just waiting on the right leader to show up. And guess what? We're going to empower you to be that right leader so that you can show up, show out, and take your business to that next level. And so with that being said, this morning we are already off to the races as we're gearing up for our phenomenal next 60 days, right, between this October and November. Oh my goodness, we're already seeing record sales. I mean, compared to any other time this year, our trending in October is already up. We're outpacing the last 90 days, which is super exciting. And that just tells me the momentum has already started shifting. And so with that being said, the Icona 2025 vision is clear: health, wealth, freedom, and legacy for every life we touch. We are moving forward and not looking back. I will see you at the top, the very top, the tip top.